Hello everyone and welcome to my latest tutorial on mastering hotel customer feedback. Whether you are a hotelier, a manager or a member of the hospitality industry, understanding and utilizing customer feedback is crucial to the success of your business. Today, I'm diving deep into the world of customer feedback in the hotel industry. I will explore effective strategies to gather, analyze, and act upon the feedback to enhance guest satisfaction and improve your hotel's overall performance. From online reviews to in-person surveys, I'll cover the best practices to turn feedback into a powerful tool for growth and excellence in hospitality. So let's get started and transform the way we perceive and utilize customer feedback in the hotel industry. If you look at my screen here, you can see I have the filters on the left. The data I have is just for 2 years, 2022 and 2023. We have the purpose and we have the source. On top here, we have the key information, KPIs. The respondent, we have 2,000 respondents compared to previous year. We have the promoters, passives, detractors, those who wouldn't recommend our hotel to anyone. We have average overall experience. We have average NPS score, net promoter score. Under it, we have the responded by age range, responded by gender, responded by purpose, responded by source. And then we have the NPS by gender, group by year. So here you can even select whatever parameter you want, and then you get the needed information. We have the customer experience here. You can see staff attitude check-in process are grouped into staff. I'll show you how that was done. And you see room service, room cleanliness. We have food quality, variety of food grouped into restaurant, facility, broadband and TV, and gym. Okay, so without wasting too much time, let's look at the process that will be taken to get this done. Okay, so here we are going to generate a sample hotel survey data using ChatGPT. You can also just download from anywhere. I was just having some fun to see how I can be generating sample data using ChatGPT. We are going to import and analyze that data, create the various measures, create and format the visuals. Okay, so let me go into my ChatGPT here, and then this is what I'm going to do. I have a sample request somewhere here. Let's just copy it and paste it here. Okay, so as you can see, this is what I'm asking ChatGPT to do for me. I have a table with the following columns: full name, gender, date of birth, check out date, purpose of visit. I'll make this available so that you can play with it. Now, down here I said, note, the values in this column. So I mentioned some of the columns should be from 0 to 10 because, yes, sometimes you can generate and get poor, excellent, those things as values in those columns, but I wanted it to be from 0 to 10. And the response date should be from 2022 and 2023. So I just wanted 2 years. And then I asked ChatGPT, can you generate a sample CSV file with 2,000 rows of data? Then I press enter. So this is what I did to get a sample CSV file. You can also go play with this just to get your data, and this can also be used for any other data you want to generate. You can also download some of these sample files from Kaggle or any other website that can give you this kind of files. Okay, so I have my file already generated. I will not wait too much on this, but you can play with it. If you have any issue, let me know, but I'll also make this available. Okay, so let me open my new Power BI, and then I will import that data. So this is how the data is like. So we have full name, gender, date of birth, so and so. Okay. So let me import that data here. I'll go here, open, select the sheet, and then transform data. Okay, here, some of you may get a data without the ID. So what you just have to do is to go to add column, and then you add an index column from 1 or from 0, depending on how you want it to be done. Okay, so this, I'll change this sheet to feedback. Okay, so if you look at it carefully, we have ID, we have full name, gender, date of birth, we have checkout date, purpose of visit, we have how did you hear about us. Let me just change this one to purpose. How did you hear about us? Let me make it source. This I can just make it overall experience. How likely are you to recommend us? So this, I'll make it NPS score. That's Net Promoter Score. I'll explain that further. Staff attitude, check-in process, room service, room cleanliness, food quality, variety of food, and so on and so forth up to gym. And then we have the response date. Now, what I want to do, let me just go to home, close, and apply. Okay, so if we look at our screen here, on the left, we have the we have a shape. You can generate this also. You can also design your background using PowerPoint, but I'll just use the shape from Power BI. And then we have the filters on the left. So we have year, purpose, source. For the year, I want us to create a calendar table that will be linked to the response date. So let me quickly go here. New table, calendar, let's equal to calendar, and then main response date, and then max response date. Some people prefer calendar auto, but I prefer this. Okay, so we have this here. I want to add new column as well. So here we have the year. It should be equal to year, then the date column. Okay, so if you want to add month, you can just do that as well. So I'll end here. Let me go here and create a relationship between the two tables. So response date will be linked to date here. Good. So I can go back to my screen here, and then on the left, I'll bring in a shape, or let me leave the shape for now, and create the filter for here. I'll go here, make it tab. Okay, so I'll bring it down a bit. Now I'll copy this, bring it down, and then make that one here purpose, and the last one is source. So I'll go here and select purpose. Yes, sorry, I didn't take out the year. So we have purpose here. And then the last one will be source. So I'll take out the year here, and then I'll make this one source. Okay, very good. So we have that ready. Good. Now, here we have the respondent. How many respondents do we have? So we need to create some measures. So here, let me create a table for my measure. So enter data, and then this will contain all my measures. Now, the first one I'll create, I'll go here, add new measure. You can also right click, add new measure, and then this will be respondent. How many respondents did I have? So I'll go down here and count my ID column, feedback ID. Okay. Now, if I go back here, I can see we have respondent, promoters, passive, detractors, and so on and so forth. Okay, so checking my respondent, let me just click and see. Okay, so I have 2,000 respondents. That is fine. Now, how do I get the promoters, passives, and detractors? Now, when you go here, NPS score calculation. If you look at it, to get NPS, we do promoters minus detractors. Now, who are the detractors? From 0 to 6 will be considered as detractors. Those who rate us 7, 8 will be passive, and the promoters, those who will be recommending us, are from 9 to 10. Okay, so let me go back here and create a column, conditional column. So what I'll do is, let me go to transform data. In transform data, I'll go to add column, create a conditional column. Okay, so I'll call this one NPS. So NPS score, if it is greater than 8, because if you look at it here, it should be 9 and 10. If it is greater than 8, we call them promoters. If NPS score is less than, so if you look at it here, if it is less than 7, which means that from 0 to 6, we call them detractors. Else, they are passives. So you can see on our right here, we have NPS. Then we can see them, promoters. So let me just move the column here. Move the column near to NPS score. And then we can see 9 is promoters, 10 promoters. You can see 8 passive. 7 and 8 are passives. The rest are detractors. Okay, so I can now leverage on that. Let's go back to our interface here. So now what I want to do is to create the promoters measures. So let me go here and say new measure. This one will be promoters, will be equal to calculate. We have respondent already. Then I'll go down and say where NPS and filter by NPS equals promoters. Now I'll copy and paste that 2 times, one for passives and one for detractors. One more. Let me just copy this and paste it here. Okay, so if you look at it here, I'm going to use the new card here. Okay, so I'm bringing in respondent, promoters, passives, detractors. Now, what this has is we have the average overall experience and then the NPS score, average NPS score. So here, average overall experience, there is a column for overall experience. This is it. So I'll add that here and then NPS score. Now, for those two that I just added, we don't need a sum, we need the average. So I'll select average here. This as well will be average. Okay, so I can drag it here, bring it to the top. Something like this. Okay. Now, the next thing we need to do is to calculate our previous year respondent. I'll do the same thing for promoters, same thing for passive and detractors. So let me go back here. So to calculate the measure for the previous year respondent, let me go here, new measure. Now the first one is for respondent, previous year respondent. Calculate. So first we take the respondent and then date add is what we are going to use. So first calendar date. What is the number of interval? Because we are going 1 year behind, -1, and then we need to specify this year. So this is how to calculate our previous year respondent. I'll do the same thing for the rest. So new measure. Previous year promoters. New measure, previous year passives, and then previous year detractors. So passives. New measure, previous year detractors. Okay. Very good. Now, another thing we need to calculate is the percentage. So year on year may be respondent growth. So that is where I'll create year on year respondent growth. So new measure. So number one, what I want to do is to create a variable that will hold maybe the uh, up arrow. I mean, I want up and down arrow. So we use the unique for up arrow is 129 127, and then for down arrow it is 139. You get all these things online. I'll make them also available. And then here var growth will be equal to, we do a division of respondent minus previous year respondent division previous year respondent. Okay, so this is how we get the growth. What we are going to do now is to return I want to check if growth is less than 0, then give me, maybe we should round growth times 100. It should be in percentage, so that is why I made it times 100. Then we add the down arrow. Else the same thing, but come back with up arrow. Okay. I'll do the same thing for promoters. Promoters, previous year, promoters, previous year, promoters. And I'll do the same thing for passive and detractors. Okay, so I think we can start adding our measures to this. Let me take out this quickly. I don't need it. You can also hide it if you want. Okay. So what I need to add to the reference labels, here I use the reference label for the previous year. So let's do that. I'll go down here, reference label. For respondent, I'll make sure respondent is selected. Add data. So previous year respondent. Okay, so we can see it down here is 636. And then what I want to do is to change the label here. I just want it to be PY. So I'll just go down here, select previous year respondent. I don't want the field name, I want it customized. So I take this out, put colon here. Okay, so 636, I want it bold. No, the value should be bold. Okay, now what did we add to this? It is the percentage, that's the year over year growth. So let's go back here. I'll go to the detail, add data, year over year respondent group. I add it here so you can see it here. Now there is something that is here very interesting. You can see the color of the label is green if it is favorable, then it becomes red if it is not. So what we have to do is to create another measure that will handle the color. So what I'll do is to create another measure here. So new measure, and then here I'll just say previous year respondent color. Is equal to silver year over year growth divide respondent. We have that somewhere minus previous year respondent division previous year respondent. Let me format this a bit. So we have this calculated. So what we are going to do is, shift enter, return. So we need to check if it is less or greater than 0. So if year on year growth is less than 0, give me red, else make it green. Okay, so that is what we are going to use now for the coloring. So I'll go down here, go to reference label again. We were in detail. So in detail, what I'm going to do is the font color should be field value. So color. So now you can see it's green. Okay, so let me make it smaller and then bold. Okay, so I think we are getting there. I'll do the same thing for promoters, passive and detractors. Let me quickly create the color for them. I want to copy the previous one. Okay. New measure. This is for promoters. Okay. I'll do the same thing for passive and detractors. Okay, for passive, yeah, okay. I'll do the same thing for detractors. For detractors, if it is greater than 0, it should rather be red. For detractors, green, if it is less than 0, if it is higher, it should be red. Okay, so let me quickly work on that. So here, I'll go to reference. This time, we are going to talk about promoters. So for promoters, I'll add previous year promoters. Good. And then for the title, I don't want it to have the field name. I want it customized, so previous year, just previous year. The value should be bold, just like I did for the other one. Now in detail, what we have to do is to bring in the year over year growth of promoters. Good. And then the color, this should be less bold. Now for the color, we take our field value. Good. So it's also green now. I'll do that of passive. So let's go here. We select passive. We add data. The first one is to add the previous year passive. Customize the name. Go to value. Make it bold. Go to detail. Add growth. Reduce the size. Make it bold. I think 8 is okay. Let me just leave it like that for now. And then we go here, field value, passive, color. Okay. And then the same thing for the practice. Okay, so add data, previous year, customize the name, make the value bold, add detail, group of the practice, bold, the color, field value, it should be color. Okay, very good. Now, when you look at the last two, you can see we use some stars here just to show how many stars we get as average, and then the same thing for the NPS score. I got this trick from this video. It's from how to Power BI. It's a nice video. You can go and check. Very nice stuff did by the author there. I usually don't remember the name, Bounce or something. He is such a good guy. Very good, very good. Kudos to him. So I got this trick from here to be able to do this part. Okay, so I'll show you how that was done.
The new card visual got its first upgrade, which is reference labels. And that is a big one, because now...
Okay, so for this one, what we have to do is to create a measure. Now, first of all, okay, so let me create a measure. And then I'll name this data bar for NPS. Okay, so I'll go down here. The number of icons that I want. You get more information if you actually go through the video, the main video that I shared earlier. So I'm looking at 10 icons. So what's going to happen is that if you look at the NPS score itself, is from 0 to 10. So I'm generating 10 icons, 10 stars. Now the next one is to calculate the percentage, because based on the percentage, I'll be able to tell how many should be dimmed and how many should be empty. So here, I'll just say percentage, and what I'm going to do is to get the mean. Okay, so if you look at it, mean return the smallest numeric value or smallest string in a column. So I'm calculating, I'm dividing the average, because what I use for NPS score is the average. So I'll just calculate NPS, average of NPS score, divide by 10, and then 1 here. I'll go down here, and then I want to create a variable for the two for the icons that should be filled and the ones that should be empty. So icons fill. So I'll look at the percentage. So it's going to be the percentage made a mistake here. So here times the icons total, so times 10. I'll go down. The icons that should be empty, I think he explained it better. So icons total, which is the 10 minus the icons that should be filled. So in all we have 10. So if the stars that should be filled, assuming it is 6 that we get from this, that's the average is 6 point something, so we get 6 from this. So the icons that will be filled will be 6, and then the ones that will be empty will be 10 minus 6. So icons fill. Then I'll go down here. Then I need the icon. So Unica, this one will show black star. And then the second one will show white stars. So Unica going to be 9734. I just add ChatGPT to give me the Unica for both, which I got. So now I'm going to create via a data bar. Yeah, so you can see this one is just to repeat a test in a given number of times. So icon fill, so fill star, and then underscore icon fill. And then here I'll repeat the empty star, icons empty type. So you can see I'm repeating this number of this time. I'm repeating this also number of this time. Okay, so I'll go down here, return data bar. Okay, I'll do the same thing for average of overall experience. So I'm creating another measure. I'll call this experience. So the column is for overall experience. I think that is all. Press enter. Okay, so let's quickly add that here. Now I go here, I go to reference labels, I go to average of overall experience. I need to go to detail, but it's disabled, and also I need to be able to add something here, which I don't have. So what I'm going to do is to create an empty measure. So let me just create this here, add an empty measure, just to be able to have access to the detail. So empty measure. this. So I'll go back here, select reference labels, average of overall experience, add a label, empty measure, so that I can have access to detail. You see now I can have access to detail here. So the title is nothing there for now. So let me go to detail. Select the label empty measure. Go to custom. Take out this. And then just press the space bar. And now in detail, I can add my data bar for experience. Good. Now you can see them here. So this is 6.28. And then you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I need to take out this 0. So what I'm going to do is to disable the value, and I have it on top here. I'm going to repeat the same thing for average of NPS score. So I'll add this. I'm adding the empty measure. Select empty measure label. Custom this. Here, just put a space. I don't want to show the value, but I want to use the detail. Add, and then the second bar, which is for NPS. So you can see this is 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very good. So what I'm going to do is to increase the detail. 1, 2, 14 is okay. I'll do the same thing for the other one. Let me just make it 13. Then I'll do the same thing for the previous one. Good. Now we need to do a bit of formatting. Call out value, none, zero. Yeah. I want to reduce the value to 35. So I can reduce this a bit. Okay. Now respondent, so we comma separate. Promoters, comma separate. Passive, comma separate. Detractors, comma separate. Okay. And the down here, I want to change the color. Reference level rather. So for all, I want to use some color I have somewhere here. So for the background, I'll share all these colors I'm going to use, and then I made it transparent. Let me check this. I think it's lighter. Okay, so 80, you can make it 70%. That is fine. Okay, and the top here, the divider also, I made it a bit transparent. For the cards, what I did was to add an accent and I gave it the same color. Okay, good. The titles, yeah, the call out labels, I made it 10, then I changed the color to something like this. Okay, so I want to change this to AVG of experience. Overall experience, average NPS score. Okay, so I think we are done with this part. Let's look at this if we haven't forgotten anything. Okay, so the icons here, let's do that quickly before we move on. Okay, so for the first one, I'll go to images. I'll make sure I select correspondent. So I need to bring in the images. Correspondent, I need this. $50, 30. Okay, I think 30 is good. Now I'll do the same thing. Let's go to promoters. Smiling here, happy face. I'll do same thing for passive. Passive, yeah, cool. Detractors. Sad face. Average overall experience. I'll use this star. And then for this, I'll use this star. Okay, now what I want to do is to select all. Select size, same size for all of them, 30. Okay, so I think this is fine. Good. Now, respondent by age range. So here we categorize the ages by 20, under 20, 20s, 30s, 70s. I think there's one more. Yes, 70s or plus 70s. Okay. So let me go here. First of all, we don't have the age range. If you look at the data here, we don't have the age range. Let me go to data. feedback. There's no age even. So we need to calculate the age and then get the age range. So let me go to transform data. So first of all, I'll select date of birth. I'll go to add column, date, I'll add age. Now, what's going to happen is that you can see it is in hour or something. So what I want to do is to go down here, go to transform, and then I want it in years. Then I'll just change this to whole number and take this column here, side age, date of birth. Okay, so we have the age here, and I'm going to create conditional column. Or what I can also do, I think there's a faster way. Close and apply. What I can also do is to come to age here, create a group, age range, list, 18, 19, group it, 20 to 29, group, 30 to 39, group, 40 to 49, group, 50 to 59, group, 60 to 69, group, 70, and the rest just group them. Okay, so on top here, this is going to be under 20. This will be 20s. This will be 30s. This will be 40s. This will be 50s. 60s. 70 plus. Okay, so we have the group here. Now I want to create this. So respondent by age range. So this here, correspondent by age range. Okay, now I need to sort this. I want the minus 20 under 20 to be first. So let me go here, age range, and then ascending. Bring this a bit closer here, down here, format this a bit, take out the title, the Y title as well, even the Y value can go, then we'll use data label. The bar, I want to reduce the size of the columns and the color as well. So let me just go to layout first. Okay, and then I'll change the color. So respondent by age range. The next one is by gender, purpose, and source. Okay, so this one, slow. So respondent by age range, by gender. The legend will go up, top center. The slices, this for male, and then for female I use a certain color. Okay, spacing, so reduce it, yeah, and the values, none. Okay, yeah, I think this is fine. The title, I want to reduce it a bit to 12. Good. No. Okay, 12, not good. Change the color. Okay, so the next two are like this. That's by purpose and by source. By purpose. So here, good. Let me change it to this. And then this is by source. Good. So what this means is that we will be able to tell how many respondents we got based on whether those people were got to know us via friends, online, advertising, same thing, the purpose, those who came as stories for educational purpose, medical, business, family. Okay, so we are done with demographic. Let's go back and check what we have here. So the next one is NPS by purpose and year. Okay, so for the next one, we need to calculate the NPS. How do we calculate the NPS? When you look at this here, we have the NPS equals to the promoters minus detractors in percentages. So we need to calculate their percentages first. So how do we calculate their percentages? So let me quickly go here, new measure. So promoters percentage is equal to so we divide promoters by respondents, by everyone. Okay, to get a percentage. The same thing is done for passive. We don't really need passive for this. Let me use detractors. Okay. So quickly, I'll create a table. Before the table, let me create the NPS itself. So NPS is going to be equal to promoters percentage minus detractors percentage. And then what I want to do is to do times 100. Okay, so let me just drag and drop a table here. So I want to know promoters, detractors, NPS. So let me make this one percentage, detractors also percentage. So you can see the difference here. Okay, so this is what we want to use, the NPS. So let me just copy and paste this here. Make it bigger. Okay, so here I use NPS. I use year, and you check NPS by purpose and year. So for this, I'll just pick one of them for now. So let me just pick staff attitude. So staff attitude should be here. The year will be a legend. Yeah, so this is how it is. Good. Now in this case, I want to change the staff attitude to some parameters I want to create. So what I want to do first is to go to modeling, create fields parameter. Then I can call this NPS parameter. Now I'll go down here. I want to use age range, broadband and TV, check-in process, food quality, gym, overall experience, purpose, room cleanness, service, source, staff attitude, variety of goods. So I'll create this. Yeah, so now when I click here, it should be able to reflect here. So what I want to do is to go here, staff attitude. I'll just go and select our NPS parameter. So whatever is selected here is what will reflect down there. So you can see NPS by broadband and TV and here. Now let me format this drop down. Sorry. Then I'll put it on top here. I don't know the header. And also selection, one must always be selected. So let's say broadband TV, you can see it down here. Let me change the color. Of these columns. (2022) this, and then 2023 same color but transparent. Okay, so I think we are done with this, and the next one is this customer experience. There will be a bit of work here because we need to now group this into 4 main categories. So staff attitude check-in process will be staff, room service, room cleanliness will be room, restaurant will be food quality, variety of food, and then facility will be broadband TV and gym. Okay, so let me go back here, transform data. I'll create another table. Let me duplicate this, then we'll call it customer experience. Now here I need ID. Now if you look at it very well, this demographic data will be taken out, and also if you take close look at it, you realize that the experience start from here: staff attitude, check-in process, and the rest. So I'll select this, room cleanness, food quality, variety of food, broadband and TV, gym, and that's all. So I'll take out other columns. Now I'll right click on ID, on pivot other columns. So you can see that here we have the experience attribute, and then we have the score. Okay, so you can see that here staff attitude, check-in process, room service, room cleanness, food quality, variety of food, gym, broadband and TV and gym. So you can see when it stop here, then it starts all over again. Now we need to order it and also group. First of all, let's do a grouping. So add conditional column. Here we just say experience category. Now there are 8 of them. So experience, I'll add it 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now if experience equals staff attitude, staff, check-in process, staff, room service will be room, room cleanliness will be room. Make sure you type it exactly as it is. Here, yeah, it should be room. The next one is food quality. Restaurant or food. The next one is variety of food. Restaurant. Broadband and TV. facility. Gym, facility. Okay, so I think we are good now. So let me click OK and see. So we can see the experience category well grouped here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to get back to my design view. So when you look at what we have here, you can see for the customer experience, you can see how it is here grouped. So let's quickly create that. Stack bar chart. Then we go to our customer experience. This first, this second. So it should rather be here. We need a score. Then we need the ID as legend down here. Okay. So let me pull it here. This should be not sum of score. Let me go to score here. Don't summarize. Score should be down here. Then score will be in legend. Count ID and score will be in legend. Okay, so now you can see facility, restaurant, room, staff. Let me go down, expand down. You can see facility, restaurant, room, staff. Okay, so what I want to do is to, let me do a bit of formatting quickly. For legend, no need for the title. Y, no title. X, no title. And then probably no value. Okay, so there is something else I did here. The score 9 and 10, I made them almost same color. From 7 to 8, almost same color. Then 0 to 7, 0 to 6, same colors. So this is what we are going to do. Let me go back here to the bars. Down from 0, I want to make it something like this. All right. Okay. 1 will also be this. 2. Okay, so 1 will also be this. A bit transparent. 10. 2 will also be the same color. 15, transparent. 3, same color. 20. 4, same color. 25. 5, same color. 30. 6, same color. 30. 5. Now 7 and 8 will take this color. Then and then 9 and 10 will be this. So for 9, I'll make it 10. Good. Okay, so now for this one, you can decide to add the labels, data labels, or not. I think it's okay like this. Now, let's do our final formatting. You look at, we have some shapes here, so we are going to add our shapes and then add this one as well. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. The background first is going to be a certain color I use to 235, 236, and 240. Okay, so that's the color I use for the background. Good. And for the shape, let me insert one shape. Send to back. So one, two, three. The shape color will be this. Fill color, sorry. Okay, so and there is another shape. Because if you look at this, there's no background. Should not have a background. This also no background. This also no background. So I'll insert another shape. And this color, the shape color is what I want to copy. So here, I'll send this. Send this to back. Okay, so that's it. So now I need another shape for this. I just copy this. Or let me just go and insert a new shape. Rounded. So we add this one here. And the color of this shape is going to be what I use for the other one. And then I'm going to take out the border. This one will go back. Okay, so what I have to do here is to reduce the size of this, and also for the cards I need to change the background to match. Yeah, very good. And then take out the background. Yeah. Very good. Now I need this same shape for the rest. Copy this, paste it here, reduce the size, paste the next one, reduce the size, paste the next one, reduce the size, paste one more, down, and the last one. Okay, so this format sent back. Okay, so now one, no background, two, no background, three, no background, no background, here, no background, this also no background, and the last one, no background. So we position this, same thing here, and same thing here. Okay, reduce this a bit. This also, let me change the title. Experience, customer experience. Reduce, change the color to what we use for this. Okay, so and the last part is our logo and hotel survey. So let me insert an image. Make it smaller, put it on top here, insert a text box. No background. and the color will be white. Okay, so this brings us to the end of what I've planned to share with you. Comments are welcome, suggestions are welcome. Remember to like it, remember to click like, remember to subscribe, remember to share also. Um, these are the things that actually motivate us. Thank you so much, and see you next time for another video. Bye.